What happened to Hulk Hogan's family? I had not thought about them in years until Linda Hogan posted this on Instagram a couple days ago.
It's been 15 or longer years since I got left Hulk Hogan. And my family is in the worst mess. Brooke doesn't talk to us. She's had twins. She got married. She didn't tell us. She had twins. She didn't tell us. I haven't talked to her for 7 years, almost 8 years now. I have to be honest about what I went through in my marriage with Terry as Hulk Hogan. He's a complete liar. He is a sex addict. Oh, I'm promoting my own beer, Real American Beer. Yeah, look at me. Woo! Yeah, he's such a hero, right? Not. Okay, I'm going to give you my thumbs down.
Okay, so the Hogans, whose real last name is Balea, had a reality show from 2005 to 2007 called Hogan Knows Best. The show featured wrestling legend Hulk Hogan, his wife Linda, and their 2 kids, Nick and Brooke. But as it seems to be, the show's ending was the beginning of a streak of never-ending bad luck. In August 2007, then 18-year-old Nick was a DUI driver who caused a horrible accident that severely injured his best friend, John Graziano. And when I say severely injured, I mean to this day, nearly 20 years later, he needs round-the-clock care. Nick served 8 months in jail for the accident, and he and his dad, Hulk, faced major backlash during that time after a recorded conversation was leaked, with the 2 pretty much saying John deserved what happened to him. Listen to this.
I don't know what type of person John was or what he did to get himself in this situation. I know he was pretty aggressive and used to yell at people and used to do stuff. But for some reason, man, God laid some heavy shit on that kid, man. I don't know what he was into.
John was a negative person.
He was what?
He was a negative person.
Then just months later, it's leaked that 54-year-old Hulk has cheated on his wife, Linda, with his daughter, Brooke's friend, a woman 21 years younger than him. And then when Linda files for divorce, she ends up dating 19-year-old Charlie Hill, who went to high school with Nick and Brooke. Then 2023 rolls around and Nick again is arrested for DUI. God bless Brooke, who responded just yesterday to her mother Linda's Instagram post. Now, she says a lot in this post, so if you want to read the whole thing, I highly suggest you go to Instagram and read it. But in part, she says, I have been extremely verbally and mentally abused since childhood. Sadly, it would frequently turn physical. She also says, up until adulthood, I've received berating and vile text messages, verbal, public reamings with unbelievably hurtful words said to me that cannot be forgotten. In another separate set of posts, she says, in part, talking about her mom, she says she hasn't spoken to me for a number of years. Yet I have a picture of her and my husband together on a day where we did lunch together. She then posts this picture, which clearly shows Brooke, her husband, and her mom. I sincerely hope the best for Brooke. It seems that she is doing great. She is married with a beautiful set of twins.
Never ever feel bad about going no contact with your parents. Don't ever feel bad. Because people don't just wake up one day and out of the blue decided that, you know what, I don't want to have nothing to do with my amazing parents that love me so much and sacrifice everything for me. No, that's not how people work. Normal, healthy people. So, like when I see these parents that have grown kids that do not speak to them, kids that go about their business, start their family and everything like that, just completely exclude them out of their lives. I don't feel bad for those parents. I really don't. Of course, those parents are going to play the victim. They always will. They always do. I am sorry, but if you're a good parent and you truly love your children, they are not going to cut you out of their life like that. And the fact that this woman, I'm going to talk about that family in a little bit. But the fact that this woman had the audacity to come up on the internet and talk about, with the crocodile tears too, like the fake crying, like I can't with the fake crying. Playing a victim and telling the entire world that your daughter, your grown-up daughter, don't speak to you. And that same daughter basically told the entire world that she experienced a lot of abuse in her family, verbal and even physical abuse. And then you on the internet clueless and acting like you don't know what happened and pretending to be a victim and acting all confused as to why your adult daughter is not speaking to you. They always act like this. It's like these people are so predictable. They're so predictable. I remember I worked at this job and my manager, that woman was a straight up narcissist, by the way. I remember her adult daughter would avoid her, wouldn't take her calls, wouldn't invite her home to her house. The daughter got married. Sometimes she wouldn't even tell her mother when she was going on vacation. And she would come to work and complain about that and cry and be like, oh, I love my daughter and I don't understand why my daughter is doing all of this, blah blah blah. At first, I used to feel really bad for her, but then the longer I worked there, the more I saw her true colors. And I'm like, yeah, that's why your daughter avoid you. That's why she doesn't want to have anything to do with you. These people are evil. I'm sorry. Anybody that come up to me and tell me that their children do not speak to them, I'm sorry, that's not a good person. That's not a good person. I know people, I know grown people. It doesn't matter if they're grown or not because they're all grown, right? I know people that have a bunch of kids and none of their kids speak to them, not one. Because these parents are toxic, narcissistic, and abusive. They see their children as an extension of them. If you have a parent like this, you don't deserve love or anything unless you're making them look good. People that are out here dealing with unresolved trauma, especially trauma that came from their parents. I'm not mad at them for going no contact. As a matter of fact, I do encourage it. Okay, because you do it for self-preservation and peace of mind. Because a lot of these adult children, they are prioritizing their mental health, emotional stability over trying to work this out with the parent. Because these relationships are draining and very harmful. I am an advocate for no contact. I really am. Because these people will never take accountability. You will never get closure. You will never get closure. Don't try to. Do not try to get these people to talk about how they do you wrong and why they did it and then apologize. Never expect that. They will never admit to what they did to you. They will gaslight you. You will never get closure. You will never get closure with these people. These people have a complete disregard to boundaries. They will invade your privacy. Of course, they're going to offer you unsolicited opinions. They want to control your life. They are suffocating and abusive. Let's remember that. A lot of these people suffer emotional and psychological abuse from their parents. People don't go no contact out of the blue. That shit doesn't happen in a vacuum. Why maintain contact when you can clearly see that there's a toxic dynamic and it's never going to change? Okay, the same repeated patterns over and over. Despite your attempts to resolve them, they will never change. These people struggle with favoritism, scapegoating, triangulation. That's what these people are doing to their children. A lot of people choose to go no contact for their peace of mind and mental health. When I see this, I am not mad. I'm not mad at these people at all. As a matter of fact, I do encourage it. And ladies, let me tell you something. If you ever decide to go no contact with someone and somehow they manage to get in touch with you or whatever, never ever refriend or refamily someone that you went no contact with. You got to remember that there's a reason why you did that. Remember that reason. Because guess what? These people don't change. They don't change. If you go into these nursing homes, you're going to see a lot of people in these nursing homes and their children do not speak to them at all. Do not call, do not visit. If you don't know any better, you're going to think, oh my God, this poor woman or this poor man, he's so lonely and they by themselves and no one is coming to take care of them. That's the first thing that most normal people would think. But in reality, these people have been through a lot and they deserve to be happy. As for this crazy family, this Hulk Hogan family, I remember when that show was on VH1 and something about that show rubbed me the wrong way. Like I did not like how the father was acting. And honestly, Anybody that is willing to put their children and their family on TV like that or on social media just to make money, just for clout and fame, I side eye them because that is not normal. A parent, they want to protect their children. If you love your spouse and you love your children and you love your family, you will do what it takes to protect that. Why would you put it out there to be scrutinized? I don't get it. And every time you hear about these awful, famous social media family, you're gonna hear like these horror stories about abuse coming out. All of a sudden, the entire family getting canceled. It's always a narcissist involved in that situation. It's usually the person that decided to get a camera, film the entire family for clout. So, all these families that was on TV back in the day, because I think this show came out in the 2000s. I think there was the Osbournes and, of course, the Kardashians and some other families. It's not a good look. I never got into reality TV. I just never got into it. I don't know why people watch it, but I've never gotten into it at all. I like scripted TV and storytelling. That's what I like. But anyways, I digress. But this family is trash. Absolute trash. That girl have every right to cut them off. And I hope that she never, ever, ever, ever speak to them ever again. And the fact that her mother is on the internet playing the victim is embarrassing. I don't even know how these people sleep at night. I support no contact. I really do. Because I do value my peace of mind. I don't know about y'all, but I do support no contact. This is crazy. I don't have much to say on this. Thanks for listening.